Hey everybody, welcome to The Good Ride. I'm James Beastie and I'm taking off the Faze Light 3L jacket to talk about the Faze Light 3L pant. And check out my review of the Faze Light jacket. This was sent to me for an extended test. I get to keep it, but there is zero brand oversight and they have no say in my review. I'm allowed to say whatever I want. And if you like honest, objective reviews like this, then support our sponsor, Flower Board Shop. They've been helping snowboarders for a really long time. They have a strong online presence and give you the same kind of service, support, fast delivery as most of the big online brands do. Buying through our links to them really helps both of us out. I tested the Faze Light extensively in everything from rain to wet, warm snow to cold, windy, gnarly days to sunny, warm days to really hot days like 60 degrees where I usually just wanted to wear a t-shirt, and I wore these pants along with the Faze Light jacket. So I really put this pant as well as the jacket through its paces and extensively tested this so you have an idea of how this is actually going to perform, because it's an expensive pant. Let's talk fit. You can see I don't have a long inseam for my 5'10" frame. There's a little bag here, but it looks good and it's very loose. I have very thick thighs and I often have trouble fitting technical outerwear like this, and this just has tons of room to spare. If you're out there billy goating and you really need to get up over a big rock and really bring your knees up high, or just get out over a berm when you're finished with your day, I can really lift my legs easily. I love the mobility of this pant. You can see even sideways, there's lots of room here. I'm generally a 32 to 33. Right now I'm more 33 than 32. It's early season and I've been eating a little too much, but this held. And even if I was a 34, which I think this is about as wide as you want to go, I don't think the buttons would snap easy. Let's talk construction. This material is so smooth. It's just like the jacket. Let me come up close and show you. You can see it's just so smooth. It beads up little water droplets and sheds it off. So it makes the membrane or the event tech that this uses work less. It's a good outer defense, especially for being so thin and so light. This is a very expensive pant, but the seams and the construction is exactly what you would expect for this price point, even a little better. I just don't see a single flaw anywhere in this pant. When it comes to waterproofing, I do like the regular Faze pant better. That uses a 3-layer Pro membrane. They call it 3-layer Pro. They claim it's 30,000 waterproofing, 23,000 breathability. I would definitely agree with the waterproofing there. It might even be better than that. It feels so burly. I've rain ridden in those for hours and nothing ever got through. Even as I wore in the pant and used it a lot and the outer treatment started failing, it still held up well and never soaked all the way through. This is not as good as that by a good bit. They claim this is 28,000 waterproofing. I'd say it's probably more like 20-ish, especially in the rain, but it still held up well. What you get this for though is breathability. They're only claiming 23,000 breathability, which is basically the same as the Faze 3L pant. This Faze Light feels more like 30,000, 35, 40,000 breathability. I don't know what they're doing here, but they underspec the breathability. I've rarely ever felt the need to even open these vents. That's how light and breathable it felt to me. So I think the regular Faze pant overperforms on waterproofing, underperforms on breathability, and this is the opposite. Now when it comes to pockets, this is the one area I'd like to see improvement. In comparison to the Faze pant I have as well, it was a little tighter in the thigh area and therefore the pockets were a little tighter. With this, the pockets are still shallow and a little tight, but because there's so much room everywhere else, it didn't bother me as much. One thing I don't like though is when I put my cell phone in, it goes right to the top of the pocket, and it's hard to like step with this in your pocket. And this is a Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's a very big phone, but I wish it was a little deeper pocket. You have lots of room before the knees for most people. I'd love to see that improve. You have two back pockets with a flap over, and they're okay in and out, but not ideal. But at least they have the flap because the zipper doesn't seem to be waterproof. But let's put it this way. If you're getting this pant, you're not the kind of rider that sits on his ass to put on your snowboards. But if you happen to do it in a weird situation, or you just fall and you hit your ass, pulls up your jacket, this is gonna be okay. Now, the cuffs are really burly. They put in an extra material here. You can see that there. It's very strong, and that's the thickest part of this pant. Then you have a gaiter, but luckily there are no hooks. It's just a pretty grippy gaiter, and I've never liked the hooks. They can get in your way when you strap on your bindings. They can be problematic at times. If you have good boots, it never bothers you, but it's just nice to be free of that. You can get this up over double boas pretty easy, and it doesn't snag. It's a little tight because it doesn't have hooks, but I like it that way. You have two inner vents. I always love the crotch vent that Burton has, where it goes like this to here, and it has some mesh in there, but it's thinner mesh. I didn't find that I was using it much, and when I used it, I just opened it up a little near the crotch area to get a little venting, because again, your crotch, your pits, and your head are what radiate the most heat. So it's nice to have venting near there. The buttons are snap, and I would appreciate regular buttons like I have on most of my Burton pants and a lot of other brands, but it does pretty well. Let's get up here and let me show you my liner. It's exceptional. It does such a great job. It's such a good feeling liner. You should always wear a layer underneath, but right now I'm not, just for the purposes of this review, and it feels so good on the skin. It doesn't have that rubbery feel or that kind of Teflon-like feel. This really feels like fabric, and it's a great feeling liner. And overall, I'm very impressed with the Faze Light Pant. It goes really well with the Faze Light Jacket, and I think a lot of people who are looking for a very light, very breathable, very uphill travel, very hike friendly jacket will greatly appreciate this. I love having this Fuse Faze Light combo, but I also love the regular Fuse Faze combo for those cold, burly, super wet days. This is great for those days where I just don't want to sweat much inside. What I really liked about this jacket was, in comparison to a lot of other ultra light, ultra breathable jackets, this felt lighter and felt more breathable. It was the kind of jacket that I could wear on a cold, windy day with a good layer underneath, but also wear on a 60-degree, almost summer day, and I'm lapping, but I just want protection from the sun. I want to put on the hood. I want to be clear of any rays, except for my goggles, and put something on my nose, put a face mask on, and I didn't feel hot. That was such a cool thing, and that's why I like this. I think it's definitely worth the price if you can swing the price.